Hey there, food lovers! Get ready for a delightful surprise today that will have you racing after your very own pot of gold. We created the luckiest St. Patrick's Day Leprechaun Hat Cake ever. Ready to make this magical treat? So grab your aprons, preheat those ovens, and let's get baking. Before we dive headfirst into our baking adventure, let's summon our enchanting ingredients and prepare for some delicious magic. Get ready to dive in. Here's everything you'll need to get started. For the cake, you'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup unsalted butter, soften 2 large eggs, 1 cup buttermilk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract green food coloring. For the frosting, you'll need 1 cup of unsalted butter, 3 softened cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and yellow and black food coloring. Prepare to transform these simple, everyday ingredients into an unforgettable culinary delight. To kick things off, let's preheat our ovens to a cozy 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This crucial step sets the stage for our cake to bake beautifully and rise to perfection. Trust us, getting that temperature just right is key to achieving a delicious result. So double-check your oven before we slide that cake in. Grease and flour a 9 by 13-inch baking pan. This will prevent the cake from sticking to the pan and make removing it easier once it's baked. Use a generous amount of butter or non-stick spray, and don't forget to get into the corners. This will be the base of our leprechaun's hat. Imagine the joy on everyone's faces when they see this whimsical creation. Whisk together the flour, sugar, baking soda, and salt in a large bowl. Mix these dry ingredients thoroughly to ensure an even distribution of the baking soda and salt. This will help our cake rise and taste balanced. In a separate bowl, cream together the softened butter and sugar until light and fluffy. This step is important because it incorporates air into the mixture, which will help our cake have a light and tender crumb. Beat the eggs one at a time, ensuring each egg is fully incorporated before adding the next. This helps to create a smooth and consistent batter. Then, stir in the vanilla extract to add a lovely depth of flavor. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, alternating with the buttermilk. Start and end with the dry ingredients. This method helps to keep the batter smooth and prevents it from becoming too dense. Beat until just combined. Be careful not to overmix. Overmixing can make the cake tough and dense, which we definitely don't want. Now, add a few drops of green food coloring and gently mix until you achieve the perfect shade of green. This vibrant color will make our leprechaun's hat look festive and fun. You can add more or less food coloring depending on how bright you want the color to be. Pour the batter into the prepared pan and spread it out evenly. This ensures that the cake bakes uniformly. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes or until a wooden skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. This means the cake is fully cooked and ready to be transformed into a leprechaun's hat. As our cake bakes to golden perfection, it's the perfect time to whip up a delightful frosting that will elevate our leprechaun hat cake to a whole new level. This luscious frosting will enhance the flavors and give it that smooth, polished finish that will impress everyone. Let's create something magical. In a large bowl, cream together the softened butter and powdered sugar until light and fluffy. This step is crucial as it ensures the frosting is airy and easy to spread. Make sure the butter is at room temperature to achieve the best consistency. Gradually add the milk, beating until the frosting is smooth and spreadable. You can adjust the amount of milk to get the desired consistency. If the frosting is too thick, add a little more milk. If it's too thin, add a bit more powdered sugar. Stir in the vanilla extract. This will give our frosting a delightful flavor that complements the cake perfectly. You can also experiment with other extracts, such as almond or mint, for a unique twist. Once our cake is completely cool, we must carve out our leprechaun hat. Make sure the cake is fully cooled to avoid any crumbling or breaking while carving. Cut the cake in half. Use a sharp serrated knife for a clean cut. This will make it easier to shape the cake into the hat. Place 1/2 on a cake board or serving platter. This will serve as the base of our hat, providing a sturdy foundation. This will be the brim of our hat. Before proceeding to the next step, make sure it is centered and stable. Take the other half of the cake and, using a serrated knife, carefully trim the edges to form a cone shape. This will be the top part of our hat, giving it that iconic leprechaun look. This will be the crown of our hat. Take your time to get the shape just right, as this will be the focal point of our cake. Now, Carefully place the cone-shaped cake on top of the rectangular base. Make sure it is centered and secure. You can use a bit of frosting as glue to hold the pieces together. And there you have it. The amazing structure of our leprechaun hat cake is all set. It's time to unleash your creativity with the final touches and decorations. Get ready to transform this cake into a magical masterpiece. It's time to get creative and give our leprechaun hat a fabulous frosting makeover. This is where our imagination can really take flight and shine like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Now comes the fun part, frosting. It's the moment when we bring our leprechaun hat to life with vibrant colors and delicious layers. First, divide the frosting into 2 bowls. This step is crucial as it allows us to create the distinct features of our leprechaun hat. Tint one bowl of frosting yellow and the other black. The yellow will give us that iconic buckle, while the black will form the stylish hatband. We'll use the yellow frosting for the buckle, ensuring it stands out brightly against the darker elements of the hat. The black frosting on the hatband adds a touch of elegance and contrast to our creation. Frost the entire cake with a thin layer of the remaining white frosting. This initial layer is known as the crumb coat. This will act as a crumb coat, sealing in any loose crumbs and providing a smooth base for the final layer of frosting. Place the cake in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to allow the crumb coat to set. This step is essential for achieving a flawless finish. Once the crumb coat is set, frost the entire cake again, this time with a thicker layer of white frosting. This will give our cake a smooth and polished look. Smooth the frosting using an offset spatula. Take your time to ensure the surface is even and free of any imperfections. This will be the canvas for our decorative elements. Now, using a piping bag, carefully pipe the yellow frosting to create the buckle. Make sure it's centered and symmetrical for the best visual effect. Next, pipe the black frosting around the base of the hat to form the hatband. This step adds definition and character to our leprechaun hat. Finally, add any additional decorative touches you desire. Perhaps some green sprinkles or shamrock made of fondant. Let your creativity flow. And there you have it. A stunningly frosted leprechaun hat cake that will steal the spotlight at any St. Patrick's Day celebration. With its vibrant colors and whimsical design, this cake will look breathtaking and delight your guests. Get ready to impress and enjoy your delectable masterpiece. Let's dive into the fun of decorating our fabulous leprechaun hat. Now let's add those signature leprechaun hat details. Fill a piping bag fitted with a large round tip with the yellow frosting. Pipe a thick band of frosting around the base of the cone-shaped cake to create the hatband. Next, fill a piping bag fitted with a small star tip with the black frosting. Pipe a row of stars around the bottom edge of the hatband, then pipe a square shape in the center of the hatband. This will be our buckle. For an extra touch of magic, sprinkle the cake with green sugar crystals. These will look like sparkling emeralds. Get ready to bake a St. Patrick's Day masterpiece that's as lucky as it is delicious. We're diving headfirst into the magical world of leprechauns with our very own leprechaun hat cake. This treat is sure to bring smiles wider than a pot of gold. This cake is perfect for your St. Patrick's Day celebration. It's moist, delicious, and absolutely adorable. Whether you're a baking pro or a newbie, this recipe is easy to follow and even more fun to decorate. Get your aprons on and let's set the stage for some delicious baking. Preheat those ovens because it's time to whip up something amazing. Are you excited to dive in? Let's get started and have some fun in the kitchen. Get excited because we're about to unveil your fantastic creation. Congratulations! You've crafted a leprechaun hat cake that's sure to impress. Now it's time to share your delicious masterpiece. Snap a photo of your cake and share it with us on social media. You can even share in the comments below. We'd love to see your creations. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fun and festive baking tutorials. Remember to ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single recipe. Thank you for watching and joining us on this baking adventure. We hope you had as much fun making this cake as we did. Remember, baking is all about creativity and having fun. So don't be afraid to put your own unique spin on this recipe. Use different colors, experiment with decorations, and, most importantly, have a blast. Until our next adventure, happy baking!